got an engine full of steam and a pocket full of dreams. Everything that I believe, I'm a rocket on my sleeve. You know, stopping's not an option, and the oxygen I breathe is the confidence I conquer within. Honesty is key. I don't follow any fads, follow any leads. I got hollows in the mag, and a hollow got to feed. I'm the best all in as an artist. Say it with my chest, so they calling me the hardest. Regardless, a sergeant who's marching, tell people they're free. Target the market that won't bend the knee. Got pride in my spine, the offended could leave. Put my life on the line for defending the speech. Stealing your worth, are you careless and weak? They want the earth to inherit the meek. Forever I'm the leader that is killing all this narrative. I never be defeated, William Wallace in my heritage. I'm an outlaw, cause I mean what I say. I'ma say what I mean till I'm gone. I don't care about y'all. I'm the truth, I'm the dude, I'm the one, I'm the king, I'm the dawn. I don't care about laws. I'ma break all the rules till I rule. Bitch, I came and I saw. Motherfucking outlaw. And I'ma do what I do, fuck you, I'ma say what I want. Think of all the bloodshed just so we be free. Fuck your meds and the feds and the CCP. While they hover and they creep, y'all can leave me be. Cause the government is dirty as the VP's knees. They need you weak, they need you on the EBT. Need you obese and asleep so you don't see these D's. Deceit and greed, but I keep the receipts to read. Fuck a mask and a vax and the CDC. For the static in the attic, I keep AR kits. 2 automatic, too sporadic like J.R. Smith. 45 got a kick to probably break y'all wrist. Shorty ride till she die, she ain't take no shit. Let the Draco spit, y'all are monsters. I'm just trying to live and you telling me I'm hostile. Y'all fell for a trap and they selling you imposters. And that's no cap like the NFL roster, bitch. I'm an outlaw, cause I mean what I say. I'ma say what I mean till I'm gone. I don't care about y'all. I'm the truth, I'm the dude, I'm the one, I'm the king, I'm the dawn. I don't care about laws. I'ma break all the rules till I rule. Bitch, I came and I saw. Motherfucking outlaw. And I'ma do what I do, fuck you, I'ma say what I want. When you pop on the news, they creating hate. And they prop up these goons who fillet the state. Bunch of pawns on the board, but I can't relate. I'ma die on my sword or I'ma break the gate. And I'm fed up with the nonsense. Y'all just gonna bury your whole head up like an ostrich. I fight as an example, I cannot sit back and watch this. I right to getting trampled like a Travis Scott mosh pit. I'm an outlaw, cause I mean what I say. I'ma say what I mean till I'm gone. I don't care about y'all. I'm the truth, I'm the dude, I'm the one, I'm the king, I'm the dawn. I don't care about laws. I'ma break all the rules till I rule. Bitch, I came and I saw. Motherfucking outlaw. And I'ma do what I do, fuck you, I'ma say what I want. I'm an outlaw, cause I mean what I say. I'ma say what I mean till I'm gone. I don't care about y'all. I'm the truth, I'm the dude, I'm the one, I'm the king, I'm the dawn. I don't care about laws. I'ma break all the rules till I rule. Bitch, I came and I saw. Motherfucking outlaw. And I'ma do what I do, fuck you, I'ma say what I want. To take the bait, they keep you all in line like you trying to make a plate. They say they feed you facts, everything you ate was fake. That's how these people act, why they trying to get paid. They say they got your back, why they reaching for a blade. I could teach you how they made all the things that keep us slaves. I can see how they behave when they trying to make a play. Divide us with the lies and they killing you with rage. You ain't willing to engage, I'm just praying for the day that we can talk about it.
Don't scream, don't shout. As a team we can beat that doubt. There's only one way out, but think twice before it leaves your mouth. If it's not about freedom, bounce, we can talk about it. Don't scream, don't shout. As a team we can beat that doubt. There's only one way out, think twice before it leaves your mouth. If it's not about freedom, bounce, we can talk about it.
I'm trying to make a difference, they just need you for a favor. That's why they keep exploiting immigrants for cheaper labor. When they keep you on the internet, you never meet your neighbor. And distract you from the fact that they detach you from your paper. Tax you on the taxes, if they tax it later. You're dependent on their lending, now they're rendered as your savior. crisis. Manage it like tyrants, leave them stranded and abandoned. Blame the damage on a virus. The only way that we can really fight it is to talk about it.
Don't scream, don't shout. As a team, we can beat that doubt. There's only one way out, but think twice before it leaves your mouth. If it's not about freedom, bounce. We can talk about it. Don't scream, don't shout. As a team, we can beat that doubt. There's only one way out. Think twice before it leaves your mouth. If it's not about freedom, bounce. We can talk
They
about
sit
it.
back and watch it burn, pack all ashes in an urn. If you look back on the history, you actually would learn that we're on a slippery slope leading to a drastic turn. Want us all in misery, they hope the tragedies return. I never will conform, I'll forever be a thorn in the side of the establishment that ravishes inhabitants. Rats up in the cabinet, that's why I'm so adamant. Exterminate the vermin who gon' permeate our planet with.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess mask off. He's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they planning. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
What up, what up, what up? Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Cannon Speaks. I am Cannon Hotep. I'm happy you could join me today. Today we got a relatively short one. I just wanted to stream. Trying to do as much streaming as I can possible while I had, some time off. As y'all can see, if anybody that follows me on Twitter, the video, the stream that me, Jay, and P-Dog Knight did last night, which was an amazing stream. If you ain't heard that, it should be up now on my on my YouTube page, but before I tweeted it out, they had hit that thing the entire night. They had hit it the entire night up until about an hour ago, where you know what I mean? It's crazy. They don't want our message getting out there. That was a fire stream last night. If you ain't heard it, go check it out. Catch that replay. Leave some comments. Hit that like button, please. Anyway, and if you're new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon to let you know when I got new content coming out. Please, please, please share the stream. Let people know we live. We're going to keep it short because, again, don't get my notifications. Forgot HJ was going live at noon with John Fitch. So we're going to keep it, we're going to keep it short. And when we finish here, everybody go raid HJ's channel. tell him Cannon Hotep sent you. Anyway, let's not waste any time, man. Let's get into this shit. So check it. Where we at? Here we go. What I've been telling you guys. What have I been telling you guys? Prepare for the lean times. The lean times are here. The lean times are here. The lean times are here. And as one really good preacher here in Baltimore said, he said, start to learn portion control. Learn portion control in your lives. Not just food, but everything. Learn portion control, people. We're going to have an energy crisis happening, and the energy crisis is already underway. Right? We see it over there in the UK. The UK is under, they have an energy crisis going on right now. Jay said at least it's not taken down, though, right? And it's happening. It's going to happen here in the U.S. And I said this before a couple of weeks ago. I said, don't think that this energy crisis that's happening over in the UK is not going to affect us, because it is. It is. And we'll start to see that shit happening real soon. We'll start to see that shit happening real soon. This Biden inflation is real, man. They're really trying to make it seem like the recession is just starting, right? You hear these news pundits talking about, we may be headed for a recession. Like, no. The recession's been happening for the last 2 years, right? It's been happening for the last 2 years. It started when gas was going through the roof after Joe Nicholson got in office. Like, you cannot deny that. I did a video on short video on my YouTube. On my video on my Twitch, Jesus, on my Twitter, going to the gas station before I went to go shop for Christmas gifts, and gas was at like $4.12 then, right, for premium gas. Then I did another video about me having to spend almost $300 every 2 days in my Ford F-350 pickup truck for diesel. The Biden inflation is real. It has been real. And people don't want to attribute it to Joe Nicholson when the first thing he did when he got in office was cut those two pipelines, the Keystone and the XL pipeline, along with how many jobs? Countless. They're doing it on purpose. They've done it on purpose, man. We know they want to go, get rid of fossil fuels by 2030 or 2035 or whatever the fuck it is. We know they ain't joking about that Green New Deal. We know they ain't joking about that, right? Like, everybody was laughing about that. Oh, that AOC, she's crazy. Nobody will ever pass that. Man, listen, they already got those plans underway. They already got them plans underway, people. Told you, y'all, they don't play fair. The redacted don't play fair. They got that plaster in their wraps just fucking pummeling the shit out of us. Now, check this out. From CNBC, OPEC to cut oil production by 2 million barrels per day to shore up prices, defying U.S. pressure. The key points: OPEC and non-OPEC partners on Wednesday agreed to impose deep output cuts, seeking to spur a recovery in crude prices despite U.S. pressure to pump more. Oil prices have fallen to roughly $80 a barrel from over $120 in early June, amid growing fears about the prospect of a global economic recession. A global economic recession. It says a group of some of the world's most powerful oil producers on Wednesday agreed to impose deep output cuts seeking to spur recovery in crude oil prices despite the claims from U.S. to pump more to help the global economy. Bruh. OPEC and non-OPEC allies, a group often referred to as OPEC Plus, decided at their first face-to-face gathering since 2020 to cut production by 2 million barrels per day from November. You know what's funny, though? You know what's funny? We wouldn't be in this mess if we remain energy independent. We wouldn't have to beg OPEC to pump more oil, more crude, if we remain energy independent like Donnie T had us. But we were the ones producing and selling and providing crude. It's almost like Donnie T was a prophet. It's almost like Donnie T was a prophet. He told you this was going to happen. He said it. But nobody want to listen because Orange Man's bad. He has some mean tweets. He said that day in January, the 2020 penny savers that was mailed in was, a ploy or cheating. He said it was good people on both sides. And we know the news took it out of context. He said this was going to happen. See, I'm old enough to remember when gas was $2.32 under Donnie T. And that was for premium. That was for premium. Now, OPEC's getting ready to cut barrels to prepare for a global economic recession. And the United States is still fucking begging on their knees, ready to put their cocks in their mouths to get more oil. When Texas alone got enough crude oil to last every person in the United States for like the next 50 years. And that's just Texas. And I might be lowballing. We have the ability and we have the resources to do it here at home. Why are we dependent on other nations to do this for us? I'm going to tell you why. Because the powers that be, our elected officials, our fearless leaders, your champions, are in the pocket of groups like OPEC, or groups like Constellation Energy, and all those places that they lobby for. They getting those kickbacks. It don't behoove them to do the shit here at home. Oh, we shouldn't be drilling and fracking because of the environment, but you don't got a problem with the groups over at OPEC, Saudi Arabia and those guys, and Iran and those guys fracking, Russia and those guys fracking. It's just virtue signaling. It's just virtue signaling. Like I said, that Biden inflation is real, y'all. I said it. The shit that's happening over in Europe is coming. It's gonna affect us here too, and it is now. It's starting to happen, right? The funny part is we're going through all of this shit. We're going through all this inflation, all these recessions, right? And we gave how much money to the Ukraine? How much money we get to them? I got a friend that said we done gave so much money to Ukraine that we could have bought Ukraine. We gave so much money to Ukraine that we could have bought Ukraine another country. Here you go live over there. Meanwhile, people here in the United States, people at home, they struggling right now. Now they got to prepare because not only are gas prices and oil prices getting ready to go through the roof, right? Energy prices across the board are getting ready to go through the roof. Check this out. From Utility Drive. Retail electricity prices continue rapid rise. U.S. homes could pay more than 15 cents per kilowatt hour next year. More than 20 million families are behind on their utility bills, and their debt is growing, according to the National Energy Assistance Directors Association. It says this. The agency is forecasting U.S. residential electricity prices will average about 14.1475 kilowatt hours cents per kilowatt hour in 2022, up from 13.72 cents in 2021 and 13.16 cents in 2020. The EIA 2023 forecast is accurate that would indicate an almost 16% increase in electricity prices in the 4-year period. Not to mention, they're now forecasting for this year prices on energy may go up by 24%. Who can afford that? How many people can afford that? Hell, my gas and electric right now, I don't even got gas. My electric bill is like $330, between $330 and $360 a month. Now you telling me it might go up another 24%. Yeah, Jay. Jay says, what pops off over there to them Europeans that laugh at Donnie T for telling them what time it was will affect us here, and we're seeing it. Emmanuel says the average gas price in Cali is $6.40. Yep, and I know that because when I went to Cali to do my hunting trip, I had to fill that a rental car back up. That shit was expensive. That shit was fucking expensive. Emmanuel says more people are going to die from the Biden presidency than all of the stupid 19. Bruh. Yeah, Jay, they want us under their thumb, man. They definitely want us under their thumb. Saw says Donnie T had us sitting good with the reserves. Now look, yeah, we out here, we struggling over here. We begging other countries, OPEC to please keep pumping more oil. Donnie T had us sitting pretty with the oil reserves, and we out here giving our oil reserves to other countries. But y'all thought Donnie T was racist for saying America first. Y'all thought Donnie T was racist for saying America first. But now your champion, your weekend at Bernie's president. He's proven time and time again, he don't give a fuck about y'all. It's America last to them. And prayers go out to the people in Puerto Rico, but what did he do? He didn't even go to Florida first. He went to Puerto Rico first. And then he went to Puerto Rico almost 3 weeks, almost a month after Puerto Rico got hit by their hurricane. Skip right over Florida and said, get out of here. Sending all this money to Ukraine, more Ukraine aid. Meanwhile, all the money that we sent over there, we could make everybody whole in Florida and probably fucking Puerto Rico. People that you elect don't care about you. Elaine's rotten bottom. Though the Watcher sent you, salute to the Watcher, man. I appreciate you, bro. Salute to the Watcher. Yes, Svenstead. Thank you, Svenstead. And Russia is a member of OPEC Plus. So not only are you asking OPEC to, not only are you begging them to pump more oil, you asking people who don't like you to do you a solid. You're asking people who don't like you to do you a solid. That's self-entitlement, man, I tell you. His Watcher back. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he's always on with the Council of Future Conflict when they stream. I know he's over there with them a lot. I'm not sure if he's been streaming on his, because I haven't been getting. If he has, I haven't been getting any of his notifications. But I'm not sure if he's been streaming or not from his channel. Spencer says a few years ago gas was mega cheap. Because I guess because Saudi and Russia was in an oil battle. Look now, bro. This shit is crazy, yo. So we do got the Watcher in the building. What's going on, bro? Yeah. The economy's going to get bad in the next 6 to 8 months, man. Definitely. Yeah, Ricky B. Shout out to Ricky B in the building. Yeah, that cold winter that they kept talking about, that cold winter here. That cold winter's here. It's here. I'm sorry, dark winter is what they're talking about. But that cold winter is going to be even colder this year. But that dark winter they were talking about, that dark winter is here, people. That dark winter is here. To Loco 16 says 80 billion on record. Jesus. That's how much we've been giving them? Right. But there's an endless supply for them. But for the people at home, nah. You gotta make do. Portion control. That's why we keep preaching preparedness. Hey, Watcher, if you still here, shoot me a link, yo, of Joe Dolio's books. Those are some good books, guys, that you need to get on getting yourself prepared for hard times. Promi TV says Joe gave away the strategic reserves weapons and money before a two-front war. Yeah, he did. Manuel says, "Don't worry, they're going to put Kamala Harris in charge of the energy crisis." Right, exactly. Gas is going to triple once they replenish the strategic reserves. Of course, after the midterms, OPEC already cut the supply. You already know after midterms, this shit gonna get even worse. As soon as these midterms are done and they try to shore up the House and the Senate, yeah, it's gonna be back to business as usual. Jay says, I'm sick of politicians pretending to care and create policies that continue suffering, increasing poverty. All to have the hypocrites fall in line. That's true. Appreciate you coming over, Rick. Appreciate you. What's up, Natalie? It's going to be really bad over there. Yeah. Put a sweater on. Food is still cheap in Texas. Oh, up here, Baltimore, Maryland, food ain't that cheap. I can't get a decent steak for a good price. Can't get a decent steak for a good price. I'll tell you that. Yeah, Ricky, 24 is a lot. 24%. You know what I mean? Like I said, and energy prices have already been going up. And people are already, like the article said, have fallen behind on, some of their bills. Their energy bills. They might be 2-3 bills behind. And now it's going up another 24%. How are people supposed to recover from that? But see, hey, we can keep printing money for all these other countries, right? For quote unquote humanitarian aid. You know what I mean? And what I would argue say is a fucking civil war between two countries. Big Russia and Little Russia. Not to mention Europe's going to suffer because of the Nord Stream. The Nord Stream pipeline's been fucking sabotaged. Now, who you think gonna come save the day? Save the day. Putting everything on fucking credit. What you call him, Ricky? What you call him, Ricky? Jim and them? Jim and them. Nickel Slick in the gang. Jim and them coming. The quote unquote save the day, meanwhile putting us, American citizens, in more debt. In more debt. It might be 30 degrees outside and your electricity might get cut off. You might not get no oil delivered to your house for a couple of weeks, but hey, at least you help the men and women over in another country. They don't give two shits about you. And Svenstead is over there. He says EU is done. I'm stocking up. He's over there. Appreciated Svenstead with the 20, I guess that's Danish dollars. Appreciate you with that. He says, keep an eye out for imposters. Be warm and safe, y'all. Yeah. Thank you. The Nordstrom pipeline. Uncle Sugar is going to get get the bill for all of it. Yeah, he is. Uncle Sugar, I like that. Welcome, Memento Mori. Hey, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It's supposed to let you know when I got new content, but this shit ain't been working. Please share the stream. Let people know we're live. Help me beat this algorithm. Please get those thumbs up. That also helps me with the algorithm. If you're catching the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you think on the topic at hand. Terry Nee says, German leaders aren't laughing at they ain't laughing at Donnie T no more. Nope. They fucking on red alert right now. The Skinny Biomed says, kicking the can down the road, U.S. government been doing it forever. That's true. That road coming to an end, though. I don't know how much further they can kick that can. Ricky B says, this situation makes me think of Star Wars Episode 2 and 3. Yoda was with Donnie T and Palpatine is Nickel Slick. He's been in politics long as fuck, just like Palpatine. Art always imitates life. Art always imitates life. Hey, yo, Jay, send me another sheet, yo. Send me another tax sheet. I was just talking about this with a friend of mine. I think they want to start trying to invest in some properties in Oklahoma. Yo, that's crazy how cheap them houses are on them tax sales, yo. That shit is crazy. Yeah, send me another sheet, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. You get the Don DeMarco and a round of applause.
Don DeMarco.
My man Ricky PB with the $10 super chat.
Don DeMarco.
He says hashtag Jim Jones and them. Hey yo, I gotta get one of your shirts, yo. I'm gonna grab one of them shirts, yo. The R. Kelly t-shirt shirt. I need to get me one of them. I'm gonna grab that shit. Is hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie, yo. When I was leaving Vegas, the whole time I was sitting in line, getting ready to get on the plane, all I kept singing was, "I don't want love, I don't want drugs, I just want an R. Kelly t-shirt." I'm not lying. I sung that shit. I think I sung that shit in my head damn near all the way home. The housing market is also collapsing you're right. You're right. Interest rates are going through the roof. Interest rates in the housing market is going through the roof. The price of housing is already fucking crazy. I'm hoping that the prices come down to match that, but the housing market is fucking dying too. You're right about that. That's right. Don't forget to hit that subscribe bell and the bell too. Appreciate you guys. Sauce, yo, he sent me a tag sheet from I think it was June. Like, some of the houses are they're fixer upper houses, but it's worth it. One of the houses was decent. It probably another 15 grand, 20 grand into the house. And the house is already $2 grand to buy it. You got a complete upgraded. You could get a complete upgraded house for under 30 grand if you bought the tax sale and then got a 203 loan, y'all. You could probably get a fucking nice house for 23 grand, 30 grand, somewhere around there. Not even gonna lie. I may do that myself. That's you don't need to get an interest rate for that shit to buy a house for 2 stacks. You ain't got to get an interest rate for that shit. You know what I mean? Flip that bitch or get some renters in there. Because let's face it, if you can't beat them, join them. I mean, they trying to turn this into, a class of renters. So why not own some of the properties, right? Especially now where fucking interest rates are through the roof and people ain't going to be trying to pay 7% for a fucking house. You know what I mean? Could you imagine going to buy a house for $330,000, right? Let's just take my house, right? My house, when I bought it was $235,000. I think I paid $235,000 for this house. Yeah. At 4%, which was pretty decent interest rate at the time. I think interest rates are they're fucking climbing. I'm not sure where the interest rates are now. Let's find out. Let me see. 6.44%. 6.44% for today's 30-year fixed rate. Bruh. 2 years ago was 3.72%. 2 years ago was 3.72%, if I'm not mistaken. Think about that. In 2 years, the housing went from 3.72% all the way to 6.44%. Exactly. You will own nothing to be happy. That's what they want, yo. They want a class of renters. Because remember, you notice how those houses, right? The houses, so for example, right? My house right now, they wanted to, well, I don't know anymore because now shit's starting to take a turn. But before all this shit, the interest rates start getting this high, and now the housing, I think the prices are starting to come down, but not by much. My house might have been worth $315, right? But people making offers, you know how the companies call you like, we like to buy your property at whatever. They were offering like $375,000 for my house, and I'm like, what? If I wasn't hip to the game, I'd have been like sold. But like at the same time, it's like, okay, if we sell this house, where the fuck we gonna move to? Because if we go try to find another house, they're gonna want another 20% above asking. Right? My sister just bought a house. Right? She just bought a house. Realistically, the house, and it's a really nice house, a really fucking nice house. But realistically, in my opinion, the house maybe worth $3. I would probably say, in the area that it's in, it's a nice area. 5 years ago, that house would have been like $330, maybe. Went for $430,000. But you know why, right? Because you have companies like BlackRock, you know, which is also, you know, a Chinese subsidiary. People don't want to, you know, admit that. Right? Buying up all the land, buying up all these houses. Buying up all these houses. And in some cases on behalf of the U.S. Like I said, they're trying to create a class of renters, people. This Biden inflation is real, man. They're really trying to get this great reset off the ground. Man. That's why I preach preparedness, people. That's why I preach preparedness. And like the preacher that I was listening to on Saturday, start portion control, people. Start portion control. I'm not talking about, you know, a fucking 8-ounce steak and 3 cups of fucking vegetables. I'm talking about in your everyday life. Pack a lunch. Right? Start unplugging shit in the house that take up too much energy. Pay off your debts. Pay down. If you got a gas and electric bill, pay it off. Right? Keep everything low. Keep your purchases to a minimum. Do you really need to go on that vacation right now? Do you really need that new car right now? And I know I'm one of them people that I gotta learn portion control myself. You know what I mean? Houses in northern VA started. Yeah, they do. Those some big fucking houses though, bro. But you're right. A lot of them do need work. Like the one when you get to like Crystal City and all that stuff, them houses are expensive. The reason why is because they're right there where all the government workers work and shit like that. But they got these other little communities where the houses aren't that big, and he's right, they do need a lot of work, but they still start at a ridiculous price simply because of where it is. It's right there between it's in the middle of like Crystal City, Virginia, and where like a lot of the government contractors are in DC. Shit's crazy. What up, Reaction PR in the building says, in times of uncertainty, big investors put their money on hard assets. That's true. DeMars, what's going on, bro? He says, my wife and I refinanced at 3.12% before these rate hikes. Damn, nice. You guys, that's a win. My father-in-law advised us too. Glad we listened. I should have refinanced. We didn't. Like I think we still doing the 4%. I should have refinanced a while ago, but it's better than 6% right now. That's 6.44%. I'll keep my 4%. You know what I mean? Yeah, yo, definitely a blessing, bro. Ricky says, there was a big corporation building a housing community here in Vegas, advertising that the newly built houses will be for rent. Of course, guaranteed. They're not gonna sell them. House, they want class of renters. Class of renters. That's another thing. Don't wait for your vehicle to go down half a tank. You know, just keep that thing on. Keep it topped off. Keep it topped off. Svenstead says the WF and Agenda 2030 is the same thing. So you all know, yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right. The WEF wrote the Agenda 2030. The funny part is that the WEF, right? If you go read Behold the Pale Horse, he describes the WEF in that book. He describes them meeting every year in a neutral place like Switzerland, Sweden, whatever. And they have their meetings on how to run the world again, or what they're going to do the coming year. That's what they do. Yeah, yo, Arlington's considered Northern Virginia too. Yeah, they fucking nuts. Toloco 16 says, yep, don't buy crap unless you absolutely need it. When you do, you are telling them it's okay to raise the prices on everything. It's called shock testing, y'all. I think I explained that to you before. And we'll take, I don't know, let's do what Patrice O'Neal said. He took shoes, right? He took shoes. Now, you know what? I'll use my analogy. No, we'll use shoes. So you need a pair of sneakers, right? Let's just say some Air Force Ones. Let's use Air Force Ones, right? Now, when I was in high school, Air Force Ones were $74, right? I'm sorry, $65 for the lows, $74 for the highs, right? That's what they were. Next thing you know, you say you go into the shoe store, you go in there, and Air Force Ones are $90. Like, damn, it was just $75. Why they $90, right? And then let's say a few months later, you go in there and get another pair of Air Force Ones. Now your Air Force Ones is $120, and you like, oh Lord, I can't afford sneakers no more. And then boom, they knocked that $120 Air Force One price down to $95. And you like, woo, thank Lord. Whew, at least they dropped the price. But Air Force Ones was just $75. Right? It's called shock testing. They take you to the brink where you can't afford, like you can't deal. They take you to the brink where you ready to snap, and then they give you some relief, or which you consider relief. But realistically, they didn't give you no real relief. They just backed it off a little bit to where you were willing to compromise and be happy with it. They do that with everything. That's how inflation works. They do that with everything. So it says Nelly blames herself for the rise of Air Force One prices. Terry Nee says avoid convenience stores at all costs. Convenience stores always upcharge everything. They always upcharge everything. Emmanuel says in the first 2 years of Biden presidency, we have had the stupid 19, the vacation of death, a world war, 20 plus food processors mysteriously blow up, which that number is way higher. He's being conservative with that one. A pipeline attack, crime wave, nuclear threats, and let's not forget a serial killer in California, apparently. The man says, I grew up in a 4-bedroom house that my mom bought for $160K. That house in my current neighborhood would be $800,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But like I said, guys, it ain't like we didn't see this coming. Hotep's been told you this was coming. I've been preaching about this stuff for the last couple of years. I've been telling you guys, get yourselves prepared, get yourselves prepared, get yourselves prepared. The lean times are here. The lean times are going to get worse. Learn portion control, people. cut some of the fat out, right? If you don't need it, don't get it. And things will work itself out, but if you don't need it, don't get it. Get essentials only. Like I said, do you need that new car? Do you really need it, or you just want it? You know what I mean? Like, for example, like I gotta cut back on buying the guns, and I gotta cut back on buying. Some reason I wanted to buy designer shoes now. Now I'm chilling. Do I really need them new pair of Alexander McQueens? No. So I'm not gonna buy them. Do I need those new ball mains? No. So I'm not gonna buy them. Am I gonna tell my kids no because my daughter want them new Yeezys? Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her she can't have them. That's a good point. Go to the gym and protect your health as well. Just understand this, people. Natalie says she's saving for a cardboard car. That's right, Rick. Rick says ammo is currency. Ammo will and is currency. Ammo will always be currency. Ammo and toilet paper and socks. You know what I mean? They'll become staples. You know what I mean? What in the world is going on? For some reason my Instagram just been blowing up. I posted like on my reels like a let me see. I'll play it for you guys real quick. I put on my reel Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson let's see. Jordan Peterson had a really good bar. Had a really good bar. What'd you say? Hold on. Hunch the Dirty Roofer says, Candy, you missed Scott being absolutely shit hammered on the stream earlier. Yeah, I seen that. I seen it was live, but I was preparing and I was looking stuff up and I was reviewing some footage and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to jump in the stream today. I'll probably go back and catch the replay though. Probably definitely go back and catch the replay. Hey, you guys, if you don't know, go over and check out the Council on Future Conflicts channel if you don't already know about them. You want to keep abreast of what's going on over abroad in Ukraine and all that other shit, they will keep you abreast on what's going on over there. They're definitely my source of what's going on over there with that bullshit. And anything that, Putin and all of them is planning. Those guys got their ear to the ground on that shit. I'm telling you. Anyway, check this shit out right here.
Into the world. I think, well, maybe God didn't allow evil into the world. Maybe God allowed the possibility of evil into the world. That's different. And maybe the world with the possibility of evil is actually a better world than the world without the possibility of evil. Maybe a man is better when he's a dangerous man who's being good than he would be if he was just a good man who wasn't capable of being dangerous. And I believe that because the best men that I've ever met are very dangerous men. A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control. Well, I also think that that's part of what makes a world peaceful. If you're around people who are dangerous but disciplined, then everyone watches their step.
By dangerous, that implies I should be ready to threaten someone, to hurt somebody.
No, you should be capable of it. But that doesn't mean you should use it. There's nothing to you otherwise. Like if you're not a formidable force, there's no morality in your self-control. If you're incapable of violence, not being violent isn't a virtue. People who teach martial arts know this full well, right? If you learn a martial art, you learn to be dangerous, but simultaneously you learn to control it. Both of those come together. And the combination of that capacity for danger and the capacity for control is what brings about the virtue. Otherwise, you confuse weakness with moral virtue. I'm harmless, therefore I'm good. It's like, no, that isn't how it works. That isn't how it works at all. If you're harmless, you're just weak. And if you're weak, you're not going to be good. Why would God allow evil into the world?
Yeah, there you go. True words have never been spoken. True words have never been spoken. Anyway, I think that's a good place to end it. I really appreciate you guys coming through and supporting me. Like I said, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please, please, please share this stream. Let people know we were live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. You know, I can use a constructive criticism. I appreciate it. Anyway, make sure you guys head over to Hotep Jesus' channel. He got John Fitch, former UFC champion, on right now as we speak. I know I'm going to jump over there real quick. Anyway, it's Cannon Hotep saying stay safe, stay well, stay strapped, protect your chicken, people. Get prepared for the lean times. I'll holla at you.